And I want to look at using the inspector in Pages. When you're working in Pages, quite often you might want to add some text or some shapes or a table or a chart. It's more or less the same as Keynote. And once you've added those things, you may wish to change them. And to change them, you use the inspector. And you should see that this inspector is very similar to the Keynote one. Here we have the document, the table of contents, information about the document. Here we have the layout in terms of columns, etc., etc., in terms of the different sections, and does it continue. And here we have how objects are placed. This is very important in Pages documents which are going to EPUB, because they must be placed in line, not floating. So that gives you various options there. Here we have the text inspector, the alignment, the color, how lists are done, tabs or indents, left and right, and some other things as well in terms of borders and rulers. The graphic inspector, exactly the same as it applies in Keynote. The metrics inspector, more information about it. The table inspector, the nature of the table, how it's formatted. The graphics inspector, the chart inspector, the type of chart, the axis, the way it's laid out. Adding a hyperlink, adding a bookmark, merging. The QuickTime inspector, when you want it to start, when you want it to finish, do you want it to repeat, what are the volumes? So here we go. The document inspector, the layout inspector, the wrap inspector, the text inspector, the graphics inspector, the metrics inspector, the table inspector, the chart inspector, the hyperlink inspector, and the QuickTime inspector. That is the inspector for Pages.